Hello friends, once again I welcome you all to this virtual learning online platform. For the past couple of periods or so, we have been talking about English grammar, in particular tenses in English. So far we completed simple, progressive and perfect tenses in English. Today, I would like to talk about the use of perfect, progressive tense in English. So let us try to understand the use of perfect, progressive tense in English. Friends, the title itself is quite suggestive. As you know, we have been talking about present, past and future time and tense in English. And each of the tenses have four aspects: simple, progressive, perfect and perfect progressive. And now I am going to talk about the use of present perfect progressive tense, the use of past perfect progressive tense, and the use of future perfect progressive tense. Here, you need to understand that the word perfect indicates that the action is completed. The word progressive indicates that the action is continuous, right? See, this is the combination of perfect progressive, perfect continuous. It means you have some part of action which is completed and then it is continued for some time later. So in the context of present, past and future, we need to study the use of perfect progressive tense in English. Let us look at the first one, the use of present perfect continuous tense. Already I told you, progressive means continuous. So here you have the use of present perfect continuous tense. We use present perfect continuous tense in order to show that an action started in the past, it means before some time in the present, and continued up till now. Got it? So this way, you need to really think about it. What I mean to say? To show that an action started in the past, we use present perfect continuous tense in order to show that an action started in the past, means some part of the action is already completed, and the same action is continued up till now. So that should have the present continuity. Then only you use present perfect continuous tense. Let us try to understand this point in the context of some examples. Friends, this particular slide will let you know about a few examples. The verb phrase which is used in these sentences has been colored here, colored in red. So whichever is marked with red, that is the verb phrase in the respective sentence. Let us look at the first sentence here. He has been studying for 2 years. But mind it well, whenever we use present perfect continuous tense, we need to apply some time context also. You can express the time context in different ways. Like you can use since in order to indicate the point of time. You can use for in order to indicate the period of time. Okay, so you can go ahead with that. So let us look at this particular sentence. He has been studying for 2 hours. It means whatever span of action of studying is being done here, most of the part or some part is already completed. Probably it might have started before 2 hours or so, and the same action of studying is continued now in the present as well. That's why this sentence is said like this. He has been studying for 2 hours. He is the third person singular number. That's why we have used has. If at all the plural number subject would have been there, like we or they or you, probably we would have used have. So here you have he, she, it, third person singular number. If at all they are used in the sentence, especially of this kind, we use has. So he has been studying. See, this is the verb phrase. Has, already I told you, in association with the subject, that agreement is made here. Has been studying. Has indicates the auxiliary used over here in the present tense. Okay, auxiliary used in the present tense. Have and has, these are the present form of to have verbs. Had is the past form of to have. So this has indicates that the sentence is in present. The another word that is also the auxiliary, to be auxiliary, B-E-E-N, been. Been indicates that the action is perfect. Means it started in the past, right? It is perfect. The action is completed. And studying, study is the base form. To study is infinitive. Studied is V2, that is past form. And again, another study is the past participle. But here we have used studying, that is ing form. And that's why this indicates the progressive action, the continuous action. So probably you might have understood now how to analyze the form of a tense. The first element in the verb phrase indicates tense, that this sentence is in present tense. Second element indicates that it is perfect because B-double-E-N is the V3 of B. B, okay, that is to be, is in the infinitive form. Okay, was, where, am, is, are, was, where, be, been, being. These are the various forms of to be verbs. Am, is, are in the present tense. Was, were in the past tense. Be, it is also in the present tense. Was, were is the past form of be. And been is the past participle of be. So please remember that. And here, since we used been, it indicates the perfect action. And the main verb, that is study, is provided with ing suffix That's why it is called progressive. It is called continuous. And that's why this sentence has become present because of have, has, perfect because of been, and progressive, that is continuous because of studying. And that's why this sentence is, or all these sentences which are flashed on your screen, they are in present perfect continuous tense. Let us look at other sentences over here. We have been watching TV since 8 p.m. Actually, this is the morning time. It's a very healthy, very good nature today or environment today. But suppose you are talking about evening time. Maybe you are having dinner or you are discussing on certain important matters in the family, late hours. Then you can say like this: we have been watching TV since 8 p.m. Means the action of watching television started at 8 p.m. It continued for some time whenever you are making this kind of sentence. So suppose you are making this kind of sentence at 10 o'clock in the night. It means for the last 2 hours you have been watching television. So we is the first person plural number. That's why we have used have here. We have been watching television for 2 hours. Suppose you are making the statement as 10. Or else if you want to mention the point of time, you can say since 8 p.m., since 5 p.m., since morning. You can say however, whatever you want. So here you have the same discussion that I'm not going to repeat again about the structure of the sentence. Have indicates present tense, been indicates perfect form, watching indicates progressive form, and that's why this sentence has become present perfect progressive tense or continuous tense. Akshara hasn't been feeling well for a week. So for the last 1 week or so, or for the last few days or so, Akshara is not doing well. Maybe she has her own health issues. So Akshara is a third person singular number proper noun functioning as subject of the sentence. Hasn't been feeling, has present, been perfect, feeling progressive or continuous. NT, that is the negative word or the word of negation. Okay. So simply this sentence can be called a negative sentence or the word or sentence with negation, right? So Akshara hasn't been feeling well for a week. Naksh hasn't been visiting us since April. So now we are in the month of June. So for the last couple of months or so, Naksh did not turn up here and he did not visit us. So here you can say up till now he did not visit us. It means Naksh, third person singular number functioning as the subject, hasn't been visiting us since April. Either he is very busy with his work or else he may have some problem. That's why he is not turning up over here. So this way you can say like this. Then they have been playing football for a long time. Suppose it is a Sunday, everybody enjoying or everybody is enjoying weekend holiday and they are there on the football ground and they have been playing it for a long time. So they have been playing football for a long time. They, third person plural number, have present form, been perfect form, playing continuous form. That's why this sentence has become present perfect continuous tense. So this is how we can discuss in general about the present perfect continuous tense. Let us proceed further. Here you have past perfect continuous tense. It means action is related to the past. It starts in the past. It is continued for some time in the past and of course completed also in the past. So use of past perfect continuous tense is generally emphasized the duration of time before something that happened in the past, continued in the past, it means it was progressive in the past, and the action also is completed in the past itself. So such kind of tenses are also used in order to express our feelings, emotions, actions, whatever that you want to. Let us look at a few examples over here. She had been drinking milk when her mother walked into the kitchen, right? The past perfect continuous tense or the verb phrase of this particular tense is already marked red color. So wherever you find red colors or three words turn into red colors, these are the verb phrases of these sentences. Had indicates past, been indicates perfect, and V1 plus ing indicates continuous. And this is how all these sentences are expressed in past perfect continuous tense. She had been drinking milk, when the mother entered into the kitchen, when the mother walked into the kitchen, what was happening that time? She came to the kitchen, she picked up the glass, she filled the glass with some milk, she started drinking it. The action of drinking started in the past and it was continued in the past when the mother entered into the kitchen. That's why this kind of thing is said. The action that started in the past continued in the past, right? And that's why such kind of sentences are expressed in past perfect continuous tense, right? He had been working at the company for 5 years when I got the promotion. When I got the promotion, suppose I got promotion in 2020, right? Okay, so what happened? I got promotion in 2020. So he had been working at the company for 5 years. It means he probably joined in 2015. When I got my promotion, that time he had been working in the company for the past 5 years. So had indicates past, been indicates perfect, working indicates progressive, that is continuous. And this is how this sentence is in the past perfect continuous tense. Finally, you have one more sentence on your board. Manisha had been walking 3 kilometers a day before she broke her leg. See, now the situation is very bad for Manisha. She has got a fracture and she broke her leg. Maybe some mishap might have taken place somewhere in the course of walking. But before that, what was her regular practice? Manisha had been walking 3 kilometers a day. So she is very punctual about exercise. She is very punctual about walks either in the morning or evening. She is health conscious also. So what was her practice? Her regular practice was to walk for minimum 3 kilometers a day. But how long she continued? She continued only up to the breaking of her leg. So once she broke her leg, maybe in some mishap, then probably she stopped. But before that, the action started in the past. It continued in the past for a long period of time. And that's why this sentence is said like this. Manisha had been walking 3 kilometers a day before she broke her leg. So Manisha is third person singular member, proper noun functioning as subject of the sentence. Had indicates past tense, been indicates perfect tense, walking indicates progressive tense or continuous tense. It means this sentence is in the past perfect continuous tense. Now, let us proceed further and talk about the use of future perfect continuous tense. Mind it well. The action will begin in the future. The action will, of course, continue for some time in future. So that kind of action is expressed in future perfect continuous tense. We use this kind of tense in order to indicate a future event that has a definitive end, date or time related to the future. We also use it in order to express the action that starts in the future and continued in the future for some time. So let us try to understand this in the context of a few sentences. In June, now this is the month of June that it started just today itself. In June, I will have been working at my company for 8 years. So June is yet to complete, right? This is the first day of June today. So in June, what will happen? I'll be completing 8 years of my service in this company. So in June, I will have been working. See, will indicates future tense. Already I told you. Will indicates will or shall. You can say I shall, no problem at all. Okay, no issue. Both can be used after I, shall or will. But will indicates certainty of some action, some sort of expression. Right. So here I say in June, I will have been working. Shall or will, future tense indicators. Have been, that is indicating the perfect form, and working indicates the continuous form or progressive form. So it means the first word, that is shall or will, is the future tense maker or indicator. Have been, okay, that is constantly there in this kind of structure, right? That indicates the perfect tense. And V1 plus ing, that is working or waiting or playing or learning, all these words indicate the continuity of action. That too in the future, because the base of the sentence itself is in future. So in June, I will have been working at my company for 8 years. I is the first person singular number functioning as subject of the sentence. Will is the future tense maker or indicator. Have been indicates perfect tense. Working indicates continuous tense. And that's why this sentence is said in future perfect continuous tense. Look at another sentence here on the book. At 2 o'clock, I will have been waiting for my friends. Suppose you are a friend circle and you decided after lunch we are going to meet today because there was a lockdown for a long period of time. We could not really see each other. So you decided that after lunch we will gather somewhere, we will meet somewhere. So you say like this, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I will have been waiting for my friends. Since I called them, so I'll be waiting for them. I first person, singular number, functioning as subject, will, shall or will, future tense indicators or makers, have been, perfect form, waiting, progressive or ing or continuous form. So this sentence is in the future perfect continuous tense. When I turn 20, it means now what is your age? Okay, I can't say. But when I turn 20, I will have been playing flute for 9 years. It means, probably at the age of 11 or 12, I started playing flute. And once I complete 20 years of my age, so that time I'll be completing 9 years of playing on the musical instrument called flute. So the sentence goes like this. When I turn 20, that will happen in future. So turning 20 is the action that is going to happen in the future. Right? So here the sentence is, I will have been playing flute. I is the first person singular number functioning as subject. Shall or will, you can use any of these. That is the future tense indicator or maker. You have been, that indicates perfect tense. Playing, V1 plus ing indicates continuous or progressive form. And this is how the sentence goes like this. Then you have the last sentence on the board. On Sunday, I will have been learning French for a week. It means last Sunday I started the action of learning French, and coming Sunday I am going to complete 1 week of my preparation or the process of learning of French language. That's why I say like this. On Sunday, I will have been learning French for a week, right? So the action of learning already started few days back. Now it is Tuesday. On the coming Sunday, I will complete 1 week of my learning. So 1 week is yet to come, or 1 week is yet to be completed. Sunday is yet to come. So that is the time related to the future. So I'll say like this. On Sunday, I will have been learning French for a week. I is the first person singular number. Shall or will, future tense indicator. Have been, perfect form or the perfect tense. Learning, progressive form or continuous form, or progressive or continuous tense, as you say. So this is how all these sentences are expressed in future perfect continuous tense. So these are the different types of tenses.